Our topic for today is ground improvement techniques. So the basic question what we need to answer is what is ground, what are improvement techniques of ground, or what is its improvement and what are the techniques followed in order to improve the ground. The basic question, the ground, it is a landmass on which we reside. That is, it is used for different purposes. First one for growing crops, for construction activities and various other things. Now, when we take construction activities, as the ground is limited, we need to make the ground suitable to our construction purposes. So now let us check what are the different properties of the ground. Why do we need to change its properties? What is ground modification? Why is ground modified? And how do you modify ground? These are the next three questions which we need to answer in order to get into the topic. What is ground modification? Here, when the ground is minimized, you need to change the ground depending upon our requirements. That is, when you want to use it for construction, if the soil is loose, we need to compact it. If the soil is having less bearing capacity, we need to increase it. If at all stabilization is required, we need to do it. Ground modification has been practiced in India since age-old days. Now, in the initial stages for agriculture, rotation of crops is followed to fix the necessary nutrients in the soil. We are changing the properties to meet our requirements, especially the civil engineering properties are enhanced so that we can do some construction. Why ground modification is necessary? Our resources are very limited. That is, we have very less amount of ground or land mass available for growing population. We are not getting adequate land mass to meet our requirements of housing, recreation or transportation facilities. For this, the available space or ground has to be enhanced in order to carry on all the construction activities. In this regard, we modify the ground properties. So the next question is, how do you modify the ground? We must have heard in olden days or even now in agriculture, rotation of crops is being done for ground modification. That is, after each and every food crop, they grow pulses in order to fix rhizobium bacteria or rhizobium into the soil. So this has been used after every food crop. So now in the earlier times, this practice was done so that the crops were grown to the full yield. Now in our construction methods also, we are following many techniques. That is, we used to do compaction, we used to add lime to the soil. This addition of lime to the soil right from age-old days when they are falling, they had been doing it in order to kill the germs or bacteria. But now this technique is being followed as a soil stabilization method. So now let us see what are the different techniques or what are the different improvising methods we are following these days in order to improve your ground conditions. The need for ground improvement. What are the objectives of ground improvement? These two questions when we answer, we can get into the topic or we can find out different various methods in order to improve our ground conditions. Need of ground improvement. The basic need of ground improvement is the answer to the question limitation of space for construction. If we are able to answer this question, then the need is satisfied. Before taking up any construction, the soil properties such as bearing capacity, shear strength, permeability, compaction, all need to be calculated. If we find some deficiency, we need to rectify it by different methods. When we take up the improvement of ground, we need to consider to what depth it has to be done, what is the time availability, what are the improvising techniques. The basic reason for this is because the space is limited. We need to see that the available space is meeting our requirement. Objectives of ground improvement. The first objective is to increase the bearing capacity of the soil. When the bearing capacity of the soil is very low, we cannot construct anything on that particular soil. So how do we increase the bearing capacity in order to meet our requirement? Next, to reduce the settlement of the ground, to minimize the capillary rise, to stabilize excavation, and to prevent deformation of surrounding ground. So how do we go about all this? We'll just learn in the coming chapters.